All right. So, good morning to everyone. And today is different this time. What we'll be discussing is the stock market 101. All right. The stock market, why do people need to invest on the stocks? All right. So, this is a PowerPoint presentation prepared by me, and hopefully you learned a lot. So, we'll start from the basic, no? Ano ba tong stock? Why do we need to study this one? Ano ba yung stock exchange? And what are those preferred and common shares? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so stock market according to Investopedia, it is the refers to collection of markets and exchanges where regular activities of buying, selling, and issuance of shares of publicly held companies take place. There can be multiple stock trading venues in a country or a region which allow transactions in stocks and other forms of securities. Okay, so we say stock market, it's anything that we auction for a specific price, where people trade in value and in various securities like crypto, commodities, exchange. All right, and best example is eToro. So eToro is actually a platform. So for your stocks. All right. So let's go to the virtual portfolio. Okay. So here is an example of a okay. All right. So here's an example of a stock trading. All right, that's what you can see on that one. So you can see there trade markets. Okay, so si eToro is you can change various uh, securities, currency, commodity, and indices, stocks, ETFs, and crypto. Okay, so that's what you call the securities, where people change for a price, where there's a buy and a sell. People agree to specific price, they will buy. And then when they wanted to sell on a specific price, they sell on those persons who wanted to buy it on that specific price. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next slide. How share prices are set. So the prices of shares on a stock market can be set in a number of ways, but most of the common way is through an auction. All right. So it's an auction where there's a bidder and then the one who will ask. Okay, so a bid is a price at which somebody wishes to buy, and an offer or ask is the price at which somebody wishes to sell when the bid and ask coincide. A trade is made. So when both party agrees on a specific price, that is where the trade is made. Okay, so let's set an example for that. So let's use all platforms that we use, so we can be aware on how the stock market works. Okay, so for example, here in the Philippines, uh, we are trading. We are studying about the common stocks here in the Philippines, which is Jollibee Foods Corporation, which is already has a lot of branches across the Philippines and has also branch in Europe, in other parts of Asia, as well as in the US. Okay, so people here are when you want to buy on a specific price, like for example 191 pesos, you will just bid for the price of 191, and then the size refers to the number of shares being sold. Alright, this 3,520 is the number of shares being sold at the price of 191, while the other one is 190.9 price, wherein there are 270 shares which are willing to buy on that price. And the next one, the 5, indicates the number of people who wants to sell and on the ask price of 191. Okay, and then this one, the number 3, is also the number of people who wanted to buy at this price, 190.9. Okay, so this 270 is the summation of those shares of those 3 people. So that's how buy and or bid and ask works in the stock market. Okay, so why do we need to join in the stock market? Okay, so of course it's the fastest way of making wealth. All right, wherein people will just leave their money, and then it will grow as the time or years goes by. Because if you leave your money in the bank, it will not grow. All right, so take a look at this picture. So it's growing up and down, but as you can see, it grows as time goes by. All right, and you can multiply your money in a faster way through fundamental and technical analysis. Okay, so we'll discuss that later. And the power of compounding works. As the years pass, your money grows faster than the banks. Okay, so that's the reason why you need to study the stock market. It multiplies your money without you doing anything. You just leave your money there, and the company who acquires your money, where you invested it into, will use it to make their company grow, and when they grow, of course your money grow. Okay, so that's how the stock market grows. So since I mentioned their fundamental and technical analysis, let's try to dig deeper. What is fundamental analysis? Okay, there you go. So there's already a difference stated in them. Okay, so fundamental analysts are concerned with difference between a stock's value and the price at which it is trading. Okay, so that means they are seeing the value of this specific stock. For example, Facebook, it started just let's check Facebook to make the review. So here is the eToro chart. Okay, and if you are a fundamental analyst, if at the IPO price, when I say IPO, that means it's the initial public offering, or where the company is available now for the public to buy its shares. So that means you are getting an part ownership of this company. And if you are a fundamental analyst, you are seeing the price will become bigger as the days goes. For example, it started what price? At 115 or 112. Fundamental analyst sees Facebook as much more than that. So right now it's trading at $300 price, which already, I believe, it's triple your money. So if you leave your money there, or if you buy it 117 or 115, that's almost the triple the price of your money now. So if you invested 10,000, that means if you leave your money there, it will now be almost $30,000. And that's how the stock market works. You just leave your money and let your money grow without you doing anything. So that's how the fundamental analysis works. They see the value of a specific company more than what it is currently right now. Okay, next, what is technical analysis? It is concerned with price action, which gives clues as to stock supply and demand dynamics, and what this determines the stock price. So when we say technical analysis, it deals with mostly on studying the graph like this one. So this is the graph of the stock market, and as you can see, there are lines all over below the price. There are indicators. We have this relative strength index, and that is where they analyze, where they can predict if the price will go up or the price will go down. Through this studies or analysis, it helps them predict where the price will be, where the price action will happen. If it goes down, they have an indicator. If it goes up, there's an indicator. So that's the reason why there are a lot of lines in this graph. So that's the ways you can study the market, because once you can able to predict it, of course you will gain more, you will earn more, you will earn money. Okay, next. Stock market offers a fascinating example of the laws of supply and demand at work in real time. For every stock transaction, there must be a buyer and a seller because of the immutable laws of supply and demand. If there are more buyers for a specific stock than there are sellers of it, the stock price will trend up. Conversely, if there are more sellers of the stock than buyers, the price will trend down. So the best example of this one is this one. So there are a lot of sellers because there's a lot of shares being sold at 191. However, it seems that no one is buying at the price of it. They want to buy it at only 190.9. So it might trend down tomorrow, seeing the size of the shares of the people who wanted to sell. Okay, so when people are selling, the price will go down. But when people are buying, the price will go up. Okay, so that's how the stock market supply and demand work. And if you want more examples, you will also see it in this one. So there's a lot of sellers here, and that's why it lost its uptrend track and move down. Then when the buyer realized that it's cheap now, so we should buy it at 142, and then it started again to trend up till it reaches 300. Okay, so that's how it works. Next, so what is a stock? Alright, a stock or share, also known as company's equity, is a financial instrument that represents ownership in a company or corporation and represents a proportionate claim on its asset, what it owns, and earnings. So that means when you buy a stock like an FB or Facebook, you are a partner ownership of this company because you have the 10,000 of the shares, alright, any amount, or 100. Okay, so that means if the price goes up, your money goes up because you are part of it, as part owner of the stock. So this is the representation of their company. Okay, common and preferred stock. So you will hear this most often, not in the Philippine Stock Exchange, but in the international market. So the main distinction between the two is that the common shares usually carry voting rights that enable the common shareholder to have a say in corporate meetings. So these are, of course, those in the position of that company, like board of directors. Okay, where matters such as election to the board, appointment of auditors are voted upon, while preferred shares generally do not have voting rights. So preferred shares are so named because they have preference over the common shares in a company to receive dividends as well as assets in the event of a liquidation. So that is the preferred stock is used on the stock market since you buy it. However, you are not part of, or you don't have the rights for the voting. So the one you are buying are those under the preferred shares of the stock. Okay, so those are the basic terms that you need to learn about the stock market. Let's check further on the next slide. So how to be part of the stock market? First is look for a broker. Okay, look for a broker. So what's a broker? So a broker is the one who manages those securities wherein you can trade it. So the broker is also known as the platform that you will use to trade. In the international market, I use eToro, right? eToro. So this is the international market where you trade various securities like crypto, stocks, indices. Okay, so there are a lot of brokers. So list of international brokers, stock brokers. All right, so there's a lot if you will check in the internet, but the ones I had is the eToro. So there are Reactor Brokers, number one international online broker. Okay, Saxo Bank, Swissquote, TradeStation. Okay, so you can just search on the internet for the broker that fits for you, that fits for your fees. If you find it cheaper, where also there are also various features that made them differ from other brokers. So you just need to have the search and ask how can you be part or create an account with them. So next is choose an investing account. Okay, so an investing account is like a partner, solo. Okay, and then once you choose an investing account, that's the time that you will need to make a study first before you invest. All right, so of course once you find a broker, they will ask for your requirements, and once you provide your requirements, they will give you an account number and a password for you to log in, and that's where you once it's approved, that's the time that you can trade the market. Okay, so usually these tips are just for help you improve financial management. So know the difference between stocks and mutual funds. Okay, so we can study mutual funds in a separate PowerPoint or video presentation, and then but you can also search that on the internet. Set a budget for your stock investment, and then this is at least 10 to 20% of your salary, or mostly 50%. It really depends on you. It's how you budget your money. Then focus on the long term, because long term provides big results or big profits. Okay, and then focus on the long term, and then once you go along, you will learn more how the stock market works, just like what I did on the technical analysis. So the next is manage your stock portfolio. So because you can choose a lot of stocks, right? But your budget, how do you allot your person? How much would you allot for a specific stock? Is that 50-50, 20-20 for 5 stocks? How many stocks? So usually as an experienced stock trader, you can do at least 2 to 4 stocks where you can trade or invest on the long term, and you will see big results. So just my advice, and hopefully it helps you on setting your goals and your profit. So here in the Philippines, we have also a lot of brokers. So we have Call Financial, First Metro, BDO Nomura, BPI Trade, and you can actually let's visit this one so we can have an idea how this stock market works on their end. So usually they have a lot of requirements, and then it will take 5 to 10 business days for your account to be approved. And then once approved, there's a time that you will get your account. Okay, so there you go. You can see their address here, and you will also see their contact reference. And then you will also see their features. Okay, and you can also reach out to them. So confidential. So I just listed the top 5, and hopefully it helps you. So there's a lot actually: BASEC, LACASEC Online. All right. So usually they have requirements. All you have to do is just contact them, and they will help you walk through the process on how you can be part of their account, of their platform. Okay. So next. So there you go. Submit all the requirements. Wait for the approval. Once approved, an account number and password will be provided to you. Register it to your bank so you can deposit a minimum of 500 or more in your platform or your stock market account. Okay, so on my end, what I did is I go to my BPI and then register my account under Call Financial, and then list my account number, which is 12005488, and then that's it. Once you invested it, based on my experience in Call Financial, it will just take you an hour for it to reflect on your account. So 1 hour is, for me, good, because I'm not really in a hurry to trade. So usually I trade at 12:30 p.m. How to buy and sell a stock, we already discussed it. So usually for that one, you just have to. So first we try in Call Financial. All right. However, the market is offline now, or closed, so you see you cannot place an order. So, but usually here you can trade on the eToro using their virtual trade. So this one, for example, you want to buy more, all you have to do is just click buy. There you go. And then once you hit buy, it will ask for stop loss. So stop loss is, for example, you are losing money because you didn't predict it well. You can set a stop loss by indicating what specific amount you can afford to lose. Okay, and then for example, you want to set it just $100. All right, and then that's where you set the buy and the stocks. So when it comes to sell in eToro, you just have to close it, and automatically it will close your position on that stock and will sell your stock shares that you have purchased. Okay, so here is my virtual account for eToro, where you can practice a lot. If you don't know how to start in the stock market, just log in and submit your ID for verification. And then once you have been verified, you can trade their account using virtual account, and you can maximize your day once you are available, because you can trade even you don't have the real money yet. And that way you can practice a lot, and of course once you are getting used to it, you can now invest in their platform. Okay, so it's getting greener and greener here. So this is just a virtual port, but as you can see, it's very good. Let's trading at a with a profits of 23,753. Wow. Okay. Next. Okay, so I guess that ends our presentation for today, and hopefully that helps you on how to understand how the stock market works. So, and I will leave this quote for you. So, your best quote that reflects your approach. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. All right. So I hope you learned a lot for this video presentation, and see you in the coming videos. And you have a nice day. Bye.